Hello, I am featuring my Valley High Art webpage, class webpage for the final project on the Google Classroom, the Google certification UEN class. So I have here the Valley High Art webpage that I use and is linked from the Valley High webpage. Students can go to my staff picture and click on that, and it links to this page. The first page, Valley High Art, basically just talks about the classes that I teach. There's also a link to the Canvas course that students use to do any makeup work, which we are kind of we're mirroring the in-class stuff now. There's some information at the bottom about myself, and then of course a photograph. Okay, that's the first page. Then the second page is the calendar. This calendar is got items that is school-wide, as well as some class-specific items, and that can be linked there. So I've got a Maureen Morris calendar, as well as the Miss Morris art calendar, and I can put items on specifically related to the class. I have one right here that has to do with the election or election information, and there's a actual Zoom meeting link that will happen next week. So that's really cool. Now I use this third and fourth quarter last year to allow students to link to our Zoom meetings, but I haven't done that this year currently, but who knows? We'll find out where we are in about 2 weeks or a month in terms of our COVID precautions. Okay, so that's that calendar right there. Now the next page is my daily schedule. And that just lists my classes. I work 4/10s. So you can see that A days are Monday, Wednesday, and B days are Tuesday, Thursday. So that's very helpful to students. It's amazing how many students show up sometimes on the wrong day. And then this other main page is the online classroom that deals specifically things having to do with students both being in person and online. So I've got a link for the Canvas again. Also some information about drawing and painting kits that are necessary. And then some information about the modules in Canvas, mirroring what we do in class. Now this was something that I had to do for third quarter and fourth quarter, but I really liked it. So this is that feature that we were asked to a Google slideshow. This is really cool. It worked really super well. It's basically an online student art gallery. The instructions are on the first slide, and then we move to the fourth quarter, and then after that, as you can see, students were to add to the slideshow, which they did. They uploaded their own work, name, and then the name of the project and the medium. Because of fourth quarter and because it was mainly online, I had my ceramics doing sculptural work because of their inability to create the work in clay. I also was pretty open-ended about what students could do. I didn't create suggestions, but you know something, I was incredibly proud of the amount of work that they did. And even though it still represented a small percentage of my students, it still was really impressive. So that's the Google slideshow that I used to create the online gallery. And then here I have a link to my YouTube, which provides basic, stuff that I've curated. It also links specifically to videos that I used on the Canvas course, but they are also welcome to just check them out for any reason. This one right here where it says 8 watercolor techniques I'm currently using in my Canvas course. Artist profiles, really great. I mean, I'm completely sold on this stuff. And I really do like Google's features. I really like what Google has to offer. Specifically, this is the famous paintings. In third quarter, I actually used the Google Classroom solely to get students moved over online. And this is one of the projects where we did famous paintings to know. So they click here and it links over to the Google Classroom. They check out this video uploaded from Khan Academy, and then I have them, I have some questions and they are to add to the post. So I had one student that did add to the, we had two students that turned it in. They talk a lot about gods who in some way are involved in the season spring, as well as the painting showing blossom flowers. So it's really awesome. I've got two students here. Art historians believe that the theme of this painting is fertility of nature and beauty. You know, the challenge always is, and here, you know, I was able to then give them, reply to them, and it was really a work in progress and 10 points, but so I loved it. I mean, I gotta say, I'm really sold on this. Okay, so the next thing is the Google Drawing activity. I'm using this just so that because they earn participation points, or what I call classwork points, by being in class and working. I give them points every single day to do that. If they miss class, they are welcome to go online and do an activity. And one of the activities is this Google Drawing. So I've linked to the app itself, the Google Drawing, so that they can get going with it. But here is the project that I created, Good Shape Recognition Activity. It is possible to draw complex subject matter when we first recognize and draw the shapes that make up the thing we want to draw. So the instructions are here. They're able to go directly to Google Drawing and pick something and draw it, and I give them points missed when they did not attend class. Okay, and the next thing is specifically Valley Creativity. It's information about, so that's the next page. It's information about doing their own work. Do not download off the internet. And then I talk about being a citizen of the digital world. And here I have my Common Sense Educator badge, something I also find really interesting. So it is something that I like to talk about, is Creative Commons and so forth. Now, the next page I have is Friends of the Owlettes. Without saying too much, our school mascot as an owl, baby owls were referred to as Owlettes. This page celebrates those at Valley that support the Owlette colony. More info can be found at Best Friends Animal Organization, and these are myself and others that support the colony that we have out at Valley, although I am the person that takes care of them, and others have contributed monetarily to the feeding and fixing of our colony out there. So that's it. So I have the pages, I have the calendar, I have documents. Oh, and let me go back. Yes, I think, let's see, the documents I have are the disclosures that were created by Google. Let's see, your class disclosures. So they are right there. And then I can link to the Google Doc of the disclosures. So there we go. I believe that I have every one of the requirements to fulfill the requirements of the final project and the class.